Happy Monday, Earth. It is April 11th, 2016. Welcome to Richard B. Ranting. That is the new title of this show going forward, and you will like it. Hey, got a question for you. You guys got a Facebook? Maybe a Twitter? Maybe you're on Instagram? Because that's what I'm going to be talking about today. Social media. And of course, I've got to give definition. It's a lot of time slot, so here's the definition of social media. Computer-mediated tools that allow people or companies to create, share, or exchange information, career interests, ideas, and pictures, virtual videos, in virtual communities and networks. The definition just did a botch. You'll see it on Botchamania. Now, I'm going to start with Facebook. Facebook is a great tool to use to get caught up with friends that you haven't seen from high school or family that you really don't want to see in person. Now, Facebook was created in 2004 by Mark Zuckerberg. Now, the thing about it is that it's made such an impact. It's made like a media impact. How so? Because in 2011, starting in April 2011, some companies were actually using Facebook as a part to develop their brands. To the point where, this is what I read, the Miss Sri Lanka pageant was aired exclusively on Facebook. It didn't go on television, it went exclusively on Facebook. That is saying something. It's also impacted the way that we socialize now, because sometimes we don't have to worry about calling or maybe visiting friends. We can see them on Facebook. And of course, it also impacted how people, I mentioned, just communicate socially. It's also impacted time. Hear me out. It impacted time, guys. How? How you say? Well, it's simple. It has shaved off the amount of time of how people adult in life. It shaved it right off. You can spend time paying bills. Oh, I'm going on Facebook. Click, 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 click. Oh, look at Richard Gustafson. Click. He's a dork. But in comment, you're a dork. Send. There you go. And of course, it's also had an emotional impact. Unfortunately, it's on the negative side. Some people will see images like couples together, which, you know, for a single guy, that gets old sometimes. And it kind of messes with you negatively, which can cause depression. Now, the thing about it, though, is that emotionally, I think, when it comes to that, to make it more positive, John F. Kennedy said it best when he said that as we express our gratitude, we must never forget the highest appreciation is not just to read the Facebook statuses, but to also like them. And you'll feel better. Now, I'm going to say this. Facebook, I noticed, is just sitting around. You're writing on walls. You have a profile picture. You're sitting there and you're wasting time and getting poked by people you hardly know. I think a friend of mine described jail like that once. I think he did. I think it was jail. Ooh. Anywho. Now, another one I want to talk about is Twitter. I have a Twitter. You can come follow me at Rich Gustafson. Now, Twitter, of course, was created by Jack Dorsey, Evan Williams, Noah Glass, and I don't know if this is a real person, Biz Stone. That name sounds like a professional wrestler's name. It's bitchin'. But anyways. Now, of course, that also has made some impact because the news organizations are starting to use Twitter to break stories. Also, they're using it to get quotes from celebrities or politicians and using them as like their quotes. As a matter of fact, just recently, DeBrickashaw Ferguson, I hope I said that right, of the New York Jets, he announced his retirement on Twitter. That's how impactful that is. Before, it was like Peyton Manning, like he did a press conference, everything. But it's also changed too because there's also an emotional impact of Twitter, and it's the fact that if you aren't followed by somebody that you want to follow you, it hurts your soul. And God, I really want Aubrey Plaza to follow me on Twitter. at Rich Gustafson. So if anybody will forward this episode to her, let her know that it hurts every day that I am not being followed by her. Wow. Also, as a comedian, it's going to be kind of awful when Twitter gets down. Because when Twitter goes down, it's pretty hard to tweet a mediocre joke about Twitter being down. That's right. And knowing people on Twitter, the joke I just said was probably posted 200 times before this episode. So, that's the thing with Twitter. And, again, it just hurts my soul that Aubrey Plaza isn't following me. I don't know if she cares. We're going to go to Instagram. Instagram's a cool tool. It was created in 2010 by Kevin Systrom and Mark Greiger. Hope I said their names right. If I didn't, just punch me in effigy. Now, what happens is Instagram is a photo sharing site. What is one of the popular things to do is selfies, where you sit there, you take a hold on for a second. You know what? I'm going to do something here. While I'm at it, what I'm going to do here is go ahead and take a selfie of me doing this episode. Hold on here. And while I'm doing that, it seems that selfie was such a popular trend and such a popular word that back in, I think maybe a couple years ago, hold on, I gotta do the white girl tilt. Alright, there we go. Now, it was such a popular trend, and it's now literally become to the point where everybody's taking selfies, that the Oxford Dictionary decided to go ahead and make selfie a word. A legit word in the dictionary, became the word of the year. Excuse me. But the neat trend I also like is Throwback Thursday. Some people will like to post photos of what they looked like when they were 7 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old. I mean, man, I think I had a couple of those. And I'm also on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram at RickGus77. May I write some of these down. The thing about Instagram, though, is that some people like to take pictures of their food. That's awesome. But I'm not going to do that because I think you all know what a Hot Pocket looks like. That might be why she doesn't follow it. Anyways, the thing about Instagram also, too, is that I noticed that there are starting to be Instagram accounts for pets. Pets! Animals! Last I checked, the cat didn't have a thumb. So how's he going to take a selfie? How's he going to take a picture of his cat food? Now, one of the strangest things about it, too, is there are some people that do take selfies that, they need to stop. Don't do it. It's awful. It's god-awful. So in closing this little episode of Richard B. Ranting, new title, goes like this. I like social media. I use it. I'm a fan of it. It's just now, guys. This is the technology we live in. This is the age we live in. I am in contact with my favorite celebrities on Twitter. Aubrey Plaza, please follow me. Anyways, I get in contact with some friends I know in high school. They're on Facebook. I got a Facebook fan page you can look for. Instagram, instant sharing of something that I want to really look at, like the selfie that I took while filming this. It's the way in the world that we live in now. And I'm going to embrace it. I embrace the social media. I really do. I do see some of the stupid stuff on Facebook, the stupid stuff on Twitter, the ridiculous cat selfies on Instagram, but I'm going to embrace it. Because that's our world we live in now. And instead of just, really going against the grain, I would say go with the flow. Drop your selfies. Tell that person on Facebook that you want to unfriend them because they like Donald Trump and you don't. And you can go on Twitter and retweet and favorite and look for Aubrey Plaza at Evil Hag and let her know that Richard Gustafson wants to be followed by her. So I bid you guys adieu. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. And I will see you next week. Once again, the show's called Richard B. Ranting. No more Richard Rants. It's Richard B. Ranting. You guys take care. Have a great week.